U.S. 1953. Puerto Rico. Met my mom in 65, yeah, they had me. Now I'm here to sing this song just for you. Hope you like it, cause you know I love it too. In the Bronx, New York, yeah, that's where I was born. Singing, dancing day and night, and oh so strong. In the project, struggling through thick and thin. All I know is when I write, it comes within.
Hey, this is Miss Mimi Johnson, the Arts Reporter, your Arts Reporter, where we focus on arts, entertainment, entrepreneurs, and inspirational life stories.
And I'm Steve Moore,
Yeah.
the Arts Reporter. Everyone's Arts Reporter, and from Common Sense Corner.
Yeah.
And I have the privilege of co-hosting with Miss Johnson tonight.
Yeah, we are presenting our Purple is Life today, and I'm going to touch on domestic violence and how we can, while we're fighting it, how we can demolish it. And I think that if people understand that they just love themselves, they won't let other people be mean to them or, beat on them. Men are abused and women are abused, but the percentages are mostly women. Yeah.
And you have to understand that loving yourself helps you overcome fear. Love is much stronger than fear.
Right.
If a person abuses you, puts their hands on you, hits you, there is nowhere in that realm that love exists except the love that you have for yourself. And there shouldn't be any question on, do I go or do I stay?
Right. And so I love doing this show. We do it like every other month. We have another one coming up in October. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And we are activists for both of those causes, amongst many other causes. So October is, I was looking at our calendar, it's already full. It's very full because we are hanging out with Miss Vita Brown.
Yes.
That she's doing her walk. She's doing her walk in her shoes, 5-mile.
5K?
Yeah, 5-mile walk and in Riverdale, at the Riverdale Town Center. So she's doing that October 19th. Which is my dad's birthday.
Okay.
And Tamiko Lowry has a show coming up October 5th for it's the Still Standing Foundation.
Wonderful foundation.
Yeah. And I'm going to be singing and I'm going to be a model in do some runway.
Well, you know it's going to be there, right? With Phil Moore.
click. With Phil Moore Photography.
In the house.
And I don't discuss it a lot, but I was in an abusive relationship at about 17, 18 years old. By 19, I did get out. And so I am a survivor and a thriver, realizing that I shouldn't be treated that way, and having a man beating on me. And I was such a young lady. I wasn't even a woman yet. So I learned early in my life that wasn't how I was supposed to be treated. And then my father was a very nice and gentle person to me. So that's the kind of man that I deserved. So with Purple is Life, we want to just create awareness that there are people like you, or if you are getting abused, that are going through the same instances, and know how to be strong to get out,
and also educate yourself on it. Having knowledge about anything is power. It is strength.
Yes.
You know when you're not feeling good,
Yes.
and a situation like that is not good. It's not good for a woman or a man,
Right.
and it's not good for the children,
Right.
especially
Right.
young men. They see their dads being abusive to their moms, and they think that's the way it's supposed to be when they get older.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing is breaking and stopping and destroying that generational curse.
Yes.
It has to stop somewhere, and it can stop without a life being lost,
Mm-hmm.
a limb being lost,
Mm-hmm.
or just use of your body, period, being lost. It can stop somewhere, and with the education and the knowledge that we put out, and with these wonderful foundations that are helping these people,
Mm-hmm.
it's helping to put the brakes on this.
Yes.
Hopefully we can just completely sever the brake line.
Yes, because Tamiko Lowry, she has the stillstandingfoundation.org, and then Miss Vita Brown has sistersempowerment.org.
Exactly.
So you can log on and you can actually get in touch with these young ladies, and they will be very discreet. They'll even they go and meet ladies to help them. And then there's transitional housing
Exactly.
that's available. So this is an epidemic. I saw a young lady on Facebook that was burned with an iron some months ago, that someone posted it, and it really hurt my heart to know that she was burned by her husband with an iron all over her body. And it hurts my heart to know that people are being treated this way. And God's going to take care of the people that are doing this to people. So what we need to do is just bring awareness.
Correct.
Let people know, men and women, especially our women though, and children, know that you do not need to be abused. There are call centers, and I do remember Miss Angela Carswell saying from Rimshot, saying that teens can go to the QTs.
Yes, they can.
Right. Well, there are go if you can go to the QT and tell them that you're being abused or that you're being human trafficked, and the QT, the store, will help. Then there's Miss Vita Brown and Tamiko Lowry, and they will come to you. They will come wherever you are.
And they will get you.
And yeah, they
you.
say that it takes 7 times for a woman to leave before she actually leaves.
Well, I mean, if she lives for those 7 times,
Right.
Unfortunately, in my line of work at the medical examiner's office, I've seen numerous cases of domestic violence that ended with a life being taken. And it's a large percentage is man on woman, but brothers, there are resources for you also.
Yes.
For domestic violence.
Yes.
Go on the internet, get off the worldwide hip hop, get off of Facebook for a minute.
Yes.
And research something educational. Find your resources there. Yes, it does happen to men, but the large percentage and the focus is on women because men are physically stronger.
Right. And then there's also resources for men that need anger management.
Correct.
I know my dad, he owns the organization Concerned Bronx Citizens, and he has I think it's like not a workshop, but the courts will subpoena you to go to anger management. He has those classes for men that are in abusive relationships and they need help.
Exactly.
Because a lot of times it's not even the woman that's doing anything wrong. It's really in the man.
And he's just taking it out on her.
Right. Taking out on her and the children. So there's resources out there for the men that are abusers to get help as well, because that's where the source, the core lies, is that, you know, the women need to understand that we need to love each other and don't take the abuse, and men need to understand that there are resources out there. If, you know, it's only if you want to heal can you take, you know, the opportunities to go to these different I guess they would be called like anger management classes.
Right. And a lot of these classes are offered for free. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you don't have to worry about trying to fit it in your budget.
Right.
A lot of these resources are free. So it depends on the individual. It depends on you, on whether or not you want to help yourself.
Right.
To where you won't end up hurting someone. Because when the cops come to your home, you know, that's it. Your two options are gone. Beside that, you had two. You can walk out on your own, or you can walk out with the police. And, you know, once you go out with them, it's a done deal. So think about it.
Right. So with that being said, we have some really fabulous guests. We have our teen arts reporter, Jazz, is here. So we're going to get her on shortly. And so I just wanted to shout out to Mark Squared because we're doing our Fall Fest.
Oh, if you missed that first one, don't miss this one, because I'm going to be on the grill again.
Yay!
You pass that, put that.
They can get some of that butter right there. Them get some of that barbecue.
It's family fun, face painting, music, vendors, dancing, eating,
live music, live
bands, not just
poetry.
Oh, it's wonderful.
So we're gonna have a great time. So there's at Mark Squared in Clarkston, Georgia, September 21st. I'll be hosting, and you'll be cooking and taking pictures.
Of course.
And then Anansi, what's the remix? October 10th through the 12th.
Oh, yeah, and you know, Sunday I wrapped up my first movie.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it, the ironic thing about it, I play a medical examiner in the movie.
Yeah.
That's what I do for a living. Yeah, but we wrapped up, and this will be going to Redbox and Blockbuster kiosk.
I'm so happy for you. He's like gonna be a movie star. This is amazing.
Well, this young lady here, I showed her a video of me in a play from years ago,
right.
And she's like, "What are you doing?"
Right.
I mean,
why are you not acting?
Well, she brought it back out of me. You know, she was my what's the word I'm looking for? Inspiration, motivation. I was thinking institution. Inspiration.
Yeah.
But,
cool.
It's going to be. It's about an hour long, and from what I understand, it will be going to the indie film festivals, independent.
Yes.
Movie. So
Can you tell us the name of it?
Yes, the name of the movie is Envious Deeds.
Okay.
Yes.
Here in Atlanta.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Filmed on location here in Atlanta, and the screening, I haven't found out when the screening is.
Yeah, but you already know Tar TV's gonna be there. We covering that event.
Finally, you get to interview me on the red carpet.
Yeah.
And they will have chicken.
Yay! You already know I'm there. We'll be right back right after these messages. Mwah.
say that you are right. All I know is I'm with you. Lovely is the word that's true. Lovely when I think of you. Incredible. All I know is you're a dream come true. Incredible. Every day, every night, I wanna be with you. Incredible. In my heart, love is so brand new. God has sent you from above, like an angel with wings of love, holding me to the break of dawn. In the night till the early morn, you're my light and my shining star. Loving you for who you are, trusting me as I trust in you. There is nothing we can't do. Lovely when I think of you. Incredible. All I know is you're a dream come true. Incredible. Every day, every night, I wanna be with you. Incredible. In my heart, love is so brand new. As I end this story of love, and you see how love revolves. Hey.
This is Miss Mimi Johnson, the arts reporter, your arts reporter, where we focus on arts, entertainment, entrepreneurs, and inspirational life stories. We are here for our Purple is Life, domestic violence awareness. And before we say hi to our guests, we must say hi to the teen arts reporter.
Hello, beautiful people.
How you doing?
I'm doing very well. I've had a very blessed week. It's just been filled with God's favor. Thursday and Friday, I auditioned for my high school's hip hop dance team.
Yeah.
And I found out I made that team
course.
on Monday. Yes. So
Shoot.
that was very exciting news for me. And on Saturday, I had auditioned in front of a couple record execs, and I got very good feedback from them.
Okay.
And on Monday, Tuesday, yesterday, I went to an audition for Tyler Perry Studios. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's been a great, blessed week.
That's amazing. Well, you're an amazing talent.
Thank you.
You are. Hey there. How you doing?
I'm
Miss
good.
Valerie Kelly is here with us. And you have a domestic violence story
I
to
do.
tell. You wrote a book. And what's the name of the book?
The book is called Saints or Ain'ts, but I shot a film called Mrs. Samaria, Confessions of a Christian Serial Bride. That's my film that I wrote based
Yes. Let's talk about that. First of all, where are you from?
on. New York originally.
Where in New
In
York?
the Bronx.
Another Bronx baby.
Yes, in the Bronx. And just relocated out here 3 years ago.
Okay. And so what made you come to Atlanta?
Well, it was a leading from God.
Okay.
The last relationship I had ended like 6 years ago.
Okay.
And another abusive relationship.
Okay.
That was my fifth one. And then once he threw me and the children out, I moved into my own place. But then about 3 years ago, the Lord began to speak to me about coming here just to continue ministry.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. You picked 5 men
Yes.
that abused you
Yes.
5 times.
Yes.
That's a cycle. So can we go back to your childhood?
Really violent, abusive, alcoholic dad. He was in and out, an adulterer. The only time he'd come home was to beat my mom. And
Speak
us.
a little bit
I'm
louder.
sorry. Yeah, he would just come through just to beat us, but not just punching and hitting. He would do like sadistic things. Like I can remember as a child him taking a telephone. You remember the black old school telephones?
Yes.
He just took it and hit her in the top of her head with it. And I remember the blood just gushing out of the top of her head. And she took it. She didn't do anything. She just sat there. Just took a towel and put it to her head. And we witnessed that. And then I can remember with my dad, what he did to me was, one time he stopped through and took my sister and I to the park and had me stand in front. Remember the old school swings, the metal ones? Had me stand in front of it and said we were going to push my sister. And as it got closer to my face, I tried to back up, and he said, "Don't move." And the next thing I know, I was getting hit in the face with that swing. So just sick stuff, and
Where's he now?
he's dead. He died when I was 11. He died when I was
Okay.
11.
So, because a lot of times we do choose the people around us that when we're used to, I guess, being treated a
Yes.
certain way. So now at 11, after your father died, then what happened?
Well, my mom had left him. She ran. She took us one night and ran.
Good.
While he was out, and we moved in with her second husband, who was like twice her age. But that's like another whole story.
Okay.
But she kind of became the abuser. It was weird. She would take the abuse from him, but I don't know what happened to her. Once she got out of that situation, she became very violent and abusive, and I became her target. So it just continued. So that when I was able to leave, like 17 years old, I went to my first abusive marriage. And married at 18, and he cheated constantly. This is just what he did, but he was also violent, and I kept it up. I would divorce one man and get into another one, and it was praying. I was begging God, get me out of this relationship.
Right.
It wasn't out of me. I never broke that cycle because I couldn't. I thought that was normal for a man to treat a woman like that. And it was just acceptable. I also was looking for my dad, and I know that sounds crazy, but I needed his love that bad as a child. And never got it. So I'm trying to look for it in each of these violent men because they're so much like daddy. And of course you don't ever find it. It was dysfunctional.
Okay, so where are you now in your life?
I'm in a real good place. I haven't been in a relationship for like over 6 years, and it's good because I needed to heal.
Yes.
I need to figure out what I like.
Yes.
Because in each of those relationships, I had to become what they said I was, and they killed my spirit and who I was. They would tell me, "You're ugly, you're nothing, you're never gonna
And
do
you
it."
are so cute.
Thank you.
And you got those dimples. I want her dimples. Go ahead. You are so precious, though.
But I had to realize that. You see, their opinion shouldn't have defined who I was.
That's right.
And so it's just been me and God hanging out, and it's been awesome because he had to heal me,
Yes.
especially from the past. with
Yes.
my dad, and let me know he's the best father you could ever have.
Yes.
And that's it. So, happy ending.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you went through all of that to help other
Yes,
women
absolutely.
that are going through what you've gone through already. You've weathered that storm. Jazz, any question you want to ask?
So do you offer mentoring sessions to women who were abused in the past or still being abused?
No, I have no avenue. I have no platform. I have a ministry, and that's basically it. I definitely, the reason I shot this film, it's just a short film
Yes.
about the marriages. It shows you how good it was and then how bad it was, and that's pretty much it. And then the closing scene is just me by myself, and it's all shot in black and white. And the last scene is in color, bright pink, because that's my color. And it's awesome because it is a happy ending. When I'm ministering to women, if they share that, or if I see it, or I discern it, I'm going to address it. But again, with domestic violence, a woman has to be ready to get out of that.
Yes.
I'm telling you, you can't break that cycle unless you're ready to. You can't escape. I believe that with all my heart, because if you pray, I believe miracles happen. That's just where I stand on that. But you don't have to, you just have to be ready, because just like me, what was my problem? I mean, I kept going back into
Five times.
I would look for a man that I could discern he's violent, and I'd get with him. Whether he wanted me or not was irrelevant. I wanted him because I needed to keep that abuse coming. And I know it sounds crazy, but that's what it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot. That's
Yeah, and the other thing I want to say, I'm sorry, is that the reason I really think I had to stop, because I have two daughters, and they went through so much. I have a 23-year-old, and I don't want to put her business out there, but she's in New York just living real wild life. As a result of the abuse she watched over and over. The baby is at home. She's 16. I'm sorry, I know she's watching. But she's 16 years old, and she's gone through suicide and cutting. everything. Oh my God, everything. And so, you don't want that to continue because it is generational. Because just like mommy went through it, I went through it, and then my girls were going to
Right.
So I had to stop. So they see a brand new person now, and they're different. They're stronger.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, you had that chain had to be broken.
Yes, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
I can't even imagine. I have my story as well. But I could not even imagine being in all of those relationships and each time being abused. Like my mind can't. It's almost like learning algebra or what's the other
geometry,
calculus.
Yeah.
It's like that to me, like because when somebody comes to you and it scares you, the first thing that I would think is to run.
Right.
Either that or y'all know we from the Bronx. We carry razors. But to get away,
Right.
that would be the first thing that I would think, and then to never go back.
Right.
But what is that triggers women to go back? What is that?
Well, not loving yourself. I didn't love myself. I didn't have low self-esteem. I had no self-esteem. I used to walk with my head down. On the outside, I seemed like this diva. I was just everything had to be tight. I could get whoever I wanted, but inside I was a mess.
Okay.
I looked down on myself. I think that comes from rejection. My dad rejecting me, my mom eventually rejecting me, not having any love or any support ever, even until an adult. Thank God for my kids. But it's like just not having that support that a child needs. You grow up so dysfunctional. And I didn't realize it was dysfunctional. That's the thing.
Oh, yes, because you lived in it and you thought it was normal.
That was life.
Yeah.
That was what men did, unfortunately. Now, the horrible part to me is to meet really good men, because I did throughout my journey, and I didn't know what to do with them. I didn't know what to say to them. I was waiting for them to hit me or say something bad. And when they didn't, I was like, I can't stay with you. You're boring.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's changed.
Yes. It has changed.
Are you dating now?
I'm just waiting for whoever he is.
Yeah.
I don't know. My heart will tell me.
Not to go off subject, but like I'm going through this stage of celibacy,
Me too.
and it's really
good.
great.
It
I'm
is good.
really I feel like I'm just with me.
Yes. It's
And
awesome.
and believe it or not, you as a teen, you should know that there are women like myself that we're gonna wait for the husband.
Right.
We're going to because we deserve that.
Right.
We
Right.
deserve that. It's a lot of us out here that are promiscuous and
Right.
because we can be.
Right.
But not to get off subject, but I just wanted to express that it's like a cleansing that I'm
It is.
doing.
That's right.
And it's all like Mimi. It's just
Right.
me with spirit
Yes.
and
Awesome.
my grateful goddess and God and working things out within myself. How do you feel about that?
About the whole
Like knowing that women that are not just because see we can do whatever we want. We grown.
Right.
yeah.
But the discipline of it all,
Right.
that's in loving yourself as
Right.
well.
Yes.
But even though even with domestic violence, celibacy, the way we eat, the way
Yes.
the way
It all
we
comes together.
it's
Yes.
all about loving
That's right.
ourselves.
That's right.
What's your comment on that?
I'm not too surprised at all because, even though we do live in a generation where that's all you see all the time
Yes.
in media, on
Love
television, online, I'm not surprised that there are women that are still purified inside. If
Yes.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Purified, and they're clean and they're cleansing themselves and they're trying to be better people for themselves.
Right.
So I'm not surprised at all. And that's how my mom raised me. You wait until marriage. You wait.
Yes.
You wait. God has that person for you.
Yes.
And you know what? It's a sweet aroma. to the man, believe it or not, because he'll know. Could be a room full of women, everything hanging out. You know what I mean? Just them being wild all over that man. But he will sense you. He will smell your scent. The beauty of it, the purification, the sanctification, the holiness. He'll sense. I know it, and God will bring that man right to you. That's what I'm waiting for. So I'm good.
And I'm chilling too, girl. I'm chilling too. I know with my fine self. Y'all better come on. No, I don't even ask God for anything. I just say thank you.
Yeah.
That's like my prayer, just to be grateful and thankful that, because I know that my husband that I'm going to marry is going to be a great guy.
Yes.
God knows your heart. God knows what you need and what He can provide it. He will provide it for you.
Yes.
So if you just wait and you're patient, good things come to those who wait patiently.
Yes.
You know what? I just had a thought. I did meet a man last year at Thanksgiving. Some family thing somebody invited me to, and he was like this is how I knew I changed. He was everything I would desire in a man: the tall, dark, and handsome. That's what I thought I wanted.
Okay.
He was pretty wealthy, businesses, and real positive, and from New York. So
all
that together. And you know what? It just wasn't going to work because there were just the demands. Oh, I want you to come see me. It was just little things, and I'm like, I can't do this. I began to sweat. I'm like, I can't do this. But we seemed okay. But I realized if I don't want to do something, I don't have to. Period.
That's right.
So I knew. I said, oh my God, I grew up. I'm healed.
That's that powerful word. No.
That's it. But another time, I might have. Oh well, he's a man and he's everything I want, but not really.
Yes.
We gotta line up. And he has to respect me.
Yes.
Period.
Yes. That is so important.
Yeah.
But the only way that you will be respected is when you respect yourself.
Amen.
Amen. Straight up. And don't take no mess.
That's right.
And I know I have flaws. I am not perfect and don't want to be, because then it'll be time for me to go and hang out with God and the angels, and I'm not ready yet. Only the good die young, so my old self, I'm going to be old when I go wherever I'm going. I wanted to give a shout out real quick, and then we're going to let you do your closing. To my belated husband, Trouble Funk, Glenn Johnson, who today would have been 20 years that we would have been married. Yeah. So I wanted to give a shout out to him and just tell him I love you. Okay. Yeah, well, things happen. They happen for a reason. I deal with it. He passed away in 2002. And a vehicle accident, but I deal with it, and I have loving family and friends that support me and give me the love that I need and the compassion that I need. So yeah, I have my I think hermit moments, but for the most part, I'm an entertainer, so I can only be a hermit, but for so long I have to be out here. But I just want to give a shout out and tell Glenn Johnson that I love him so much. I love you so much, and he's my guardian angel. Yeah. Okay, so now with your closing, because getting to your film, you've got this really fantastic film. And now how long is the film? Because I watched it's like 24 minutes or
you're right.
Yeah.
It's a little under half an hour.
And I really enjoyed it. So is this something that you're going to do? Are you going to release it for people to be able to buy it, see it?
You know what? Since I'm now writing a lot of film and television, I'm thinking that might be a good movie. I did meet with a producer, and he saw it and he liked it. He thought that would be awesome. Because it's just short clips.
Yes.
He thought it would be an awesome film. And maybe I will make it a full-length film. I don't know.
Okay.
It would be good.
But you already know I got to come to the casting call and get me a part in the movie.
You gotta play me.
I will. I can. Girl, I can play anything.
I know. I see.
So can she. She's a triple threat as well. Jasmine is off the chain.
But I have a link that I send out to anyone that might be in that type of relationship or just needs to know that, you can come out of it and you can be so happy. You know what, you I think women think that they need to be in a relationship. And you really don't. And I'm not downing the brothers at all, because I guess marriage would be cool, a real nice one.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You still can just love yourself and be happy
Girl.
with yourself. And a relationship should be in addition to your life. It should be added. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Then you take your dreams together and take it to that next level. It should never just be something that'll kind of mess you up or tear you down.
That's right.
Yeah.
I be in the mirror like, Mimi, I just love you, girl. I be kissing up all over myself. I'm married to me.
Yeah.
I did enjoy marriage though. Glenn Johnson was a excellent husband.
Awesome.
And he cooked and cleaned and did laundry
He was
too.
Priceless. That's it.
Honey,
Priceless.
like I said, the good die young. Because he was amazing. And he was also my music producer and wrote songs for me.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was more than just a husband. He was like soulmate, my everything. And, helped me with them kids. Them kids would be... With me and your mother was just talking about April. We was just like, boy, looky here. We going, I might have to choke ya. So he helped me with that too, because Al Burrows would say I have to sit on mine, and I'm like, that's exactly what Glenn did, because he was 6'6" and 270 pounds. All he had to do was just sit on them boys. Didn't have to throw not one punch. I'm just gonna sit on you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but marriage to me is beautiful, but you have to don't rush it.
Right.
Or think that, that's the person for me. I meet a lot of men. I really do in my industry. Oh my God, I meet the low ones and the high ones, and all in between. I just be like, I mean, I don't even really date. I really don't. I be so focused on me because I know that man is already set for me.
That's right.
So and I don't need to be all over the place.
That's right.
I don't need to be all over the place. So and I'm enjoying me, because when my husband does come along, then I'm gonna have to, add him to my enjoyment, just like you said.
Yeah, it's addition. It is an addition. A good addition.
Good. So what's some final words out there to our people that need to be in love with ourselves?
Just love yourself, because in that you begin to like yourself. That was one of the things that I was missing. I didn't like myself. So now I do love myself. I like myself. Also, coming out of those relationships, you start paying attention to your health and taking care of yourself. Just so many awesome things happen. You have peace. The peace, I can't even. Oh my God, that's priceless.
Oh, that's
so nice and
priceless.
quiet. I love it. I love it. No yelling. Just it's all good. Yeah, I don't have any final words. I think
those
that's
are your
it.
final words. Go ahead and take us to the commercial, girl.
This is The Arts Reporter, your teen arts reporter. Purple is Life, where we focus on arts, entertainment, entrepreneurs, and inspirational life stories. We'll be back after these messages.
Anansi What's a Remix is an interactive mystery musical written and directed by Love McNeil. Our story begins with Mother Rhymes. She has a terrible headache, a strange box in the middle of her floor, and she can't seem to remember much of anything. But the show must go on. Arrives Anansi, her good friend from Africa. But every time he rings the doorbell, she answers the phone. What's up with that? Anansi finds out that Mother Rhymes is having some trouble with her memory, and if she forgets her rhymes, so will all the world. But no problem. With Anansi and the friends in our audience, we will help her to remember great characters. Characters like Itsy Bitsy Spider. Itsy Bitsy doesn't know much about what happened to Mother Rhymes' memory, but she does tell us that she'd like to reinvent her nursery rhyme with a sly remix. Anansi then shares another folk tale from his magic box of stories. He talks of Queen Jaguar and Messenger Mouse. With smarts, Messenger Mouse is able to beat out Boar and Hippo and become the new queen of the jungle. It's not always about who's the biggest or who's the strongest, but who's the smartest. The audience and Anansi then helped Mother Rhymes remember her next character. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear is in the house. Fuzzy Wuzzy explains that he just did not like the way things were going, and all of Rhyme community had to do something. And that old way, it was whack. Fuzzy made a remix. It's the F to the U to the double Z. Fuzzy Wuzzy, yeah, that's me. The next story is a painful one for Anansi. It explains how his greed for everything that the villagers were cooking that smelled so good, or maybe not so good, caused his short, sturdy legs to now and forever be long and lanky. Who is it? Oh, brother. 3 blind mice. We meet 3 blind mice, lovable mice that love Mother Rhymes, but hate their rhyme. It seems every time someone sings it, a piece of me tail get chopped off. Me no like that. So they make a remix, a Jamaican dance hall remix at that. In our last African folktale, Anansi shows us the prankster side of him. He actually tricks the entire village into believing he's a talking melon. Mother Rhymes, can you think of anybody else? Mary had a little lamb. Mary is so upset. Mother Rhymes won't even listen to her remix. But since all the kids seem to have liked the other ones, she gives it a try. And with a great finale, Mary Had a Little Lamb sings a blues version of the traditional nursery rhyme. Mother Rhymes agrees to keep all the new nursery rhyme remixes. And all is well in nursery rhyme land. The end. Anansi What's a Remix is a wonderful mixture of African folklore and English literature on a level that children of all ages can enjoy. See you at the next show, and thanks for watching.
Hey, this is Miss Mimi Johnson, the arts reporter, your arts reporter. Hey, Bird, how you doing? Just wanted to shout out. Dabria's in the house. Hey, that's our other teen arts reporter. Yeah. So, look, I've got this really incredible lady that's sitting in between us, Miss April Royal. And she, I can't remember how we connected, but we did because we were supposed to. And when I saw your cause, because you have a foundation called the Corey Foundation. Corey is your son, who was 4 months old and passed away.
Yes.
And he was a preemie.
Yes.
And so now you have this wonderful organization where you provide meals and services for parents whose children are hospitalized. And you go into the hospital and provide whatever it is they may need while they're there taking care of their children in the hospital.
Yes, we actually provide gift baskets, and I call the organization's program Baskets of Love. Basically, we go in, me and one of my board members, every month we go to Eccleston Children's Hospital, and we also go to Scottish Rite. We just started going to Scottish Rite
Next month will be our third month going to Scottish Rite. And we go in and we deliver a few gift baskets to the hospitals each month.
Okay. And so do you know that these gift baskets are getting to the parents?
Yes, they have reassured us that they are getting the gift baskets. And we also have an opportunity to speak with the parents. So we know that they're getting the gift baskets, and we try to go out as much as possible so that they will recognize us the next time we're there. They'll know who we are.
And so do you mind telling us how Corey passed away?
Well, Corey, again, was a preemie. Corey was born 4 months early. Due to complications, I had a tear in my cervix. Of course, my doctor had no idea on how the tear, was there, but there was a tear in my cervix that caused Corey to come on out earlier than he was supposed to.
Okay.
Of course, because he was underdeveloped,
Yes.
he couldn't stay with us, but for the 4 months that he was here, he was a true blessing, and he's still a true blessing
Yes.
to me. And I would like to think that the Corey Foundation, is and will continue to be a true blessing to so many families, and not just families, but individuals within the community who need food assistance as well.
Now you wrote, we have a show that's coming November 16th.
Yes, I am so excited.
Yes, I want everyone to please go online to the Corey Foundation and check out the show. I will be performing, and I just want everyone to support this wonderful cause, because helping the parents that are supporting their children, and that which is, it must be very traumatizing. As a parent, I couldn't even see any of my kids being hurt with a sprained ankle, let alone being hospitalized for whatever the case may be. That must be very hard. So to have that a company, an organization like yours to support those people, because I've never heard of anyone doing this before. This is so I don't even know anyone that does that. I'm sure that there are organizations out there, but clearly your organization was the one that I was supposed to promote. So now you have your event November 16th.
Yes, we will be having our first fundraiser November 16th, of course, of this year. We will be having it at Secure Foundation Ministries, which is located in Conyers, Georgia. It is going to be a wonderful event where we have singers and writers, spoken word artists to come out and share their gifts with us, and those who will purchase a ticket will definitely be blessed by what they receive before they leave.
And you can log on to Corey Foundation event.eventbrite.com, and even if you can't come, you need to donate, and you will be seeing me on Facebook. I've already been blasting it out, but November is a couple of months away, but even so, we need people to start donating and buying tickets now. So Corey Foundation event.eventbrite.com,
And that's Kory.
yeah. Thanks.
Yes,
Just
a
let y'all
lot
know.
of people don't realize that they want to make the K into a C, but yes, it's Kory.
Yes. Anything you want to ask?
What has kept you strong throughout having to experience the pain of the death of your son? What's keeping you going?
Well, for one, I thought about all of the support that I had when Corey was in the hospital for the 4 months. I stayed at the hospital with him. I think I left that hospital maybe 3 times total during the 4 months that Corey was in the hospital, and that support was my strength. And seeing his face for the 4 months was a blessing to me, because some people enter this world and they leave it without even the blessing of having a child. So even though he's not here, his body is not here, his spirit is always with me. And the blessing of his life is what keeps me going. And knowing that there are so many others who need someone to give them not just food support, but emotional support, because the Corey Foundation is starting with food programs. Right now we're doing the Baskets of Love, but we want to extend our services, and that's why we're having this fundraiser. And all of that plays a part in why I keep going, because every day I tell myself, we got to do more, we got to do more. It's not enough. I want to have a community of assistance for these families who need the assistance, and these individuals who are in the community who need assistance. So it's not just food assistance, but it's also going to be emotional support, where the parents will be able to call our foundation and get the assistance that they need, emotional assistance that they need, as well as food assistance with the gift cards and the gift baskets and other programs that we want to start, such as childcare. A lot of people don't really realize how much these parents go through on a day-to-day basis when they're watching their child fight for their life in the hospital. It's a very hard situation to deal with, because while you're watching your child fight for his or her life, you also have to keep in your mind that I have to pay the bills. I have to buy food for myself, and if I have other children, how am I going to take care of daycare? How am I going to take care of this and that? And do I have family support? If I don't have family support, I still have to keep going. And all of that just inspires me to do more, because I believe that someone has to step up so that people will take notice and we can come together as a community and deal with these issues together. And that's what the Corey Foundation is all about.
And I love it. And I mean, I will support your foundation until the wheels fall off. Like, I just, when I researched you, I just had to be a part of what you are doing. I just felt like it was an amazing story. You have an amazing cause. You're just an amazing person, and and I'm so glad and honored to be on this mission with you. Mimi Johnson will be right there with you through my whole existence. I will always help to support your cause, because we need to support each other, especially when we're doing wonderful things like this.
Yes, we do.
Now you have books, so let's start off with Little Bluebird, Little Corey Goes Home. This is so cute. It is it's a children's book.
Yes.
And I'm sure that it is available for sale.
It is.
Well, we need to buy it. I want 100 people to go and buy this book today. Okay, let's go.
You've been challenged.
Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Well, this book is basically Corey's story. I created this book when Corey was in the hospital. He was maybe around 3 months when I created this book. Of course, it didn't look like this.
Of course not.
The hospital had little cardboard books that they gave out, and we were able to make our own books. And I wrote this story when Corey was in the hospital, and I said, this is going to be the first story that Corey hears when mommy takes him home. So it's a story of strength. A lot of people look at it and they say, well, Corey's in heaven now, so is this book about death? No, I don't believe in writing about death. We're not thinking about death. We don't want to focus on that. We want to focus on strength, not just for ourselves, but strengthening others through our experience. So that's what this book is about, and that's why I published this book after Corey passed away, because I wanted to embrace parents who were going through dealing with their child being hospitalized, and also parents who have lost their child. I wanted them to know that they are not alone in the situation. So I created this book, And of course, this book will be on sale. I will have copies of this book on November 16th.
Yes.
So please get your tickets.
Yes.
But I also have books available now, and if someone is interested in getting a copy of the book, they are more than welcome to send me a email through our foundation's website,
Okay.
which is www.coreyfoundation.org. You can simply send me an email on our contact page,
Yes.
and I will make sure that the book is shipped off to you.
Okay, that's wonderful. I love this.
It's very nice.
I gotta read this, and I paid like pages of a diary. So this is basically your memoir.
Well, in a way it is. Like Pages of a Diary is a book of poetry. It's
Okay.
a collection of different poems. We all go through different circumstances in our lives, and speaking on domestic violence, I believe it's pages 19 through maybe 23 that I actually talk about domestic violence and being in relationships where you just feel like you are out of yourself. You're not who you were supposed to be.
Okay.
Or someone tried to replace who you were
Yes.
with who they thought you were supposed to be.
Yes.
But this book tells many stories. I like to think that this is a book that anyone can pick up and say, oh wow, I can't relate to the poem on page 3, but I can relate to the one on page 5 and the one on 17.
Yes.
Because this book is not a sugar-coated story, and I tell people, when you pick up this book, please have an open mind, because I talk about racism, I talk about sex, I talk about AIDS, I talk about domestic violence, I talk about everything that someone or myself has endured in life, because I want people to realize this is life. We want to read about life. No one wants to hear a story that is made up and no one had to deal with it. So this book was my first book, actually, and I wrote it, as I said, to let people know you can talk about everything in one book, so that you can bring in everybody in the community with this
Okay.
one book, and that's what that book does.
Okay, so we're going to log on to CoreyFoundation.org. We have about, we're out of time. I was trying to get Steve to come back on because he wanted to talk about a situation that is concerning domestic violence. But we're not going to have time to do that. But I do want him to discuss it next week, where a young lady at Miss Alexander was actually protecting herself and shot up to the ceiling for her husband to back up off of her, and she went to jail. Meanwhile, you have a older man that shot a young teen,
boy.
and he gets off. It's like calculus. Again, I don't understand what, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand what that's all about. So, but that's why the Arts Reporter brings issues and awareness to make people more aware of difficult times and also inspirational times. So with that being said, we're going to get on up out of here. I love you so much. Thank you for tuning into the Arts Reporter, where we focus on arts, entertainment, entrepreneurs, and inspirational life stories. And on 3, we're going to say tartar. 1, 2, 3. Tartar!
Sky above, on the clouds above, and you're the reason why. Love hold on, here I come. You got me sprung, I can't deny it, baby. I wanna do it again and again. Oh. Love you. I trust you. Got me so high, touch the sky. I'm floating on the clouds above it. You're the reason why. Love you, yeah. Trust you, you know I never break your heart.
Lately, I've been getting a lot of flack for speaking a lot of facts about the Mother Earth, the Black Queen, enslaved and molested, stripped of her black king, at times forced to be a single parent. Whoever knew that our nurturer, no woman more virtuous, would still remain the most beautiful on earth as men circled her with nets, Black King chained to one another in the belly of a slave ship. But she knew what her purpose was, protect and raise a family, backbone of a husband. I'm talking about Betty Shabazz, Coretta Scott King, and Harriet Tubman. With her I'm still fascinated.
But I'm not worried at all. I'm never out of time. No time for games, no different names. I plan for everything to be the same. And it's a shame why people hurt you many different ways. So I can't let that get me down, no. Don't stop giving love. Ooh, baby. I won't stop giving love. Don't stop giving love. Yeah, baby. No purpose for grown folks to play pretend. So what's the deal? Let's keep it real. I wanna chill till sunrise. All the feelings that I feel, yeah. Don't stop giving love, baby. I won't stop giving love. Don't stop giving love, baby. You know I love you. I come. You got me sprung, I can't deny it, baby. I wanna do it again and again. Oh.